Maddie Middleton, only 8 years old, goes missing. The frantic search to find her is on. Maddie's mother, Laura Jordan, still trying to come to terms with what's happened.
I already fell apart. Now I'm just in survival mode. I can't explain how difficult this is.
Then, the horrifying news. Maddie's found, beaten and stabbed, sexually assaulted and strangled. Her father struggling to handle the devastating loss.
It's hard. Lost my little angel.
Maddie was murdered in an apartment not far from her own home in an artist colony in Santa Cruz, California. Her tiny body strategically hidden inside a recycling bin.
Just to think that somebody could do that to someone else's baby child she's never coming back.
The tragedy stunned this tight-knit community.
It's so shocking. It's just horrible. It's not something that you can fathom.
And the people in this peaceful place along the California coast walked in fear. Was there a killer living among them?
We have to be careful, even our neighbors, where the kids go.
Who in the world would want to hurt this sweet little girl? One 15-year-old neighbor boy seemed especially interested in the search for Maddie's killer. Adrian Gonzalez, obsessed with finding out as much as he could about the investigation. A neighbor talking to reporters says Adrian continually questioned him.
He kept asking any updates, and I was like, we're not getting anywhere, I don't know.
Reportedly, Adrian was watching the search while spinning his yo-yo.
Every time I spoke to you guys or the police or the FBI, you were like, any updates? And I was like, dude, why do you keep asking me? You're the only one asking me and asking my brother and asking everybody.
As soon as Maddie's body was found, Adrian tried to run away. That inquisitive and anxious 15-year-old boy, a quiet piano player, whose best friend seemed to be his yo-yo, is arrested for Maddie's brutal murder. Cries of disbelief echo from the family's home.
It's just horrible, and you feel bad for both families.
Before the murder, according to our affiliate Kron, Adrian told friends he was suicidal, and he reportedly talked about killing to get a reaction. Another clue that Adrian was on the path to a violent outburst, according to the San Jose Mercury News, was his alleged abuse of his own dog years earlier. Phil Chalmers studies teen killers, but has never spoken with Adrian.
Many of these kids had one or two of those behaviors in their life. Killing animals, they're suicidal. They want to die. So that's a deadly combination.
And Adrian did seem to cry out for help on his Instagram page. In a post just before the killing, he writes about trying to hide the crippling anxiety towards the future and the constant worry that I'll never find someone who loves me. According to reports, Adrian apparently lured Maddie into his apartment with the promise of ice cream. Once he got her in the door, Adrian tied her up with duct tape, beat, stabbed, and raped her, then strangled little Maddie to death. His classmates say it's hard to believe he was capable of such vicious crimes.
I didn't really believe it at first. I still can't really picture him being the type of person to do that.
Adrian Gonzalez pleaded not guilty to murder, kidnapping, and sexual assault. The district attorney is charging Adrian as an adult.
You look at the nature of the crimes, you look at how the crimes were committed, you look at the age of the offender, and you look at criminal record.
Maddie's father wants justice.
You want to make sure that if he did this, that he's not able to do it again.
But also peace. Because of all the talk about the alleged brutality by a 15-year-old, Maddie's father says he now wants to shift the focus to his daughter's legacy.
I just keep feeling strongly that there's positive to come out of this. And I've seen it. I've seen it with people, how they interact, how they care more for each other, how they take things less for granted.
Now, the 15-year-old suspect is due to be back in court later this month. He is being tried as an adult on all charges, and if he's found guilty, he faces a maximum of life in prison.